think it's just gonna overwhelm them. I mean, they
I
might
don't
squeak
know.
out the search, but I don't think they'll get much more out of that.
I'm thinking 3-2 Paris Legion. I don't know. The last time they played on land, they looked disgusting. Like they were frying. But obviously you never know.
Yeah, big wake. Huh.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen and he puts temp up. Oh my fucking
You think that
god.
face is going out in the first fucking round, bitch? Hell
Oh
no.
yeah.
3-0 Legion, bitch.
Hell
I
no.
think Legion take it. I
Big
honestly
Wake.
do.
Big Wake is easily a top one
Fuck Big Wake.
MVP
You got
this
Grinch
this
too.
major.
This is Blue Game Grinch too. It's 3-0.
Yeah.
All day that's party stealing
Try to
shit.
fall back, but I'm still in the field. Keep 3 or 4 guns in my automobile. My brother died, but I still got faith. That Glock with a switch make a nigga feel safe. I don't trust shit, these niggas be snake. When I get in my face, quite slide with the drink.
Yo, welcome back to the #1 EgoChall podcast on YouTube. This is episode number 6, bringing you back to fire. We're going to show you guys how it's done, where our picks are actually legit and on point 95% of the time. I am joined by my co-host, Dill Pickle. We up in this bitch. And we also got the 20-time world champion, the best sniper that Call of Duty's ever seen. We got our boy Goat in this bitch.
Yo.
All right, so that's going to bring us on to the first topic. Yeah, so podcast has been going good, like everybody knows. We just got the 100 subs special. We're on to 200. You know the vibes. Let's keep these views going. And yeah, some crazy stuff has been happening in the community in these past 2 weeks. Obviously, our 2 weeks ago, we didn't drop a video for picks or nothing like that. We just did our 100 subscriber video. Obviously, nothing wrong with that. But we got some stuff to cover. Some stuff that just went down. Some accusations, actually. Did you guys see that on Twitter? Kenji, the Challengers player for GCU, got banned.
Yeah, that's insane.
So crazy. Especially
Uh,
getting caught on. Well, he was on land, right?
No, he was doing a 2v2 CMG tournament for money.
What a fucking idiot.
I don't get why you would do that, knowing that you can see it on your screen. I don't know why you did that in the first place in general. Just-
Yeah, I don't fully understand. Obviously, I am a content creator for Doc, and our roster, the Challenger roster, plays at GCU with this guy. These guys aren't cheating. It's already been proven. All of that. They do cameras and all of that shit. But yeah, it's just so crazy to see how close they are and how many views this actually got. What was it at? Like 2.1 million views already. It is so insane because you don't know how many people could actually be cheating out there in the Challenger scene on PC COD this year. It's just wild to think about. And I guess that he did take consequences from it because it was out there. You could see it. But he screwed up his scholarship and everything. He was in the College COD League. The College COD League this year for GCU now has been banned. The 3 other players that did play on the team that weren't caught cheating or anything like that will be able to return back and play next year, and his will be under review. I highly doubt he comes back, obviously, because that made the school look horrible and the amount of attention that was drawn to it.
That almost makes you
And
think, like, how long has this dude been cheating for? Like, out of
yeah,
the whole time this dude's been playing, how long has this guy been doing that for?
yeah, and everybody's always going to get accusations when they're pretty damn well or decent, and like it. I don't know. It's just so hard to tell this year without an anti-cheat. I mean, there's some tournament sites that do offer anti-cheat. Obviously, not the one that he was using, but I just don't think of like. I don't know if he was hoping that his lighting was good enough to cover the wall hacks. I just don't understand why you're going to monitor cam and cheat. And I don't know if he just does it in like 1v2 situations or something like that, where he just flips it on really quick. Hopefully, it just makes it so obvious that they don't go back and look at his stream. I don't know what it is, but they caught him, and now he's screwed. And you got the video for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check that out. Because you could blatantly see that he's cheating, and just to throw away everything you've worked for. Even if you suck at COD, now you fucked up everything with your family and college and all of that. They're gonna look at you like, dude, really? You just screwed everything.
Alright, I'm gonna
But
throw this up.
yep.
I can kill that person. No, he's by the multi-windows. No, outer on me. I'm fucked. Yeah, Yeah, they're both there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's just
That's the I don't understand. Like he's
it's
trying to
super
play it off
blatant.
too. Like he's trying to play it off too. Like I don't. That's the more like
That's the
Scummy
worst part
thing I've
about it.
watched in
Yeah.
a while.
scumbag thing to do. Like especially because he's trying to play it off.
And you're
Yeah,
playing
he's
for
just like,
money.
yeah.
You're literally playing for money. What do you? How much has he won? Like 20K?
So it was around those lines, and I don't know if he was just worried about getting caught recently, but he did pull $1,000 out of his CMG account recently, right before this happened. So they weren't even able to take the money and distribute back to it. But I know that they're taking all of his matches and all of his wins, and they're going to reverse the wins for anybody he played against. And even if he wasn't cheating, they're still doing it on the CCL and all of that. So hopefully the people who did. But it's just like it's so tough to see because of how many online tournaments there are that these people got wiped out of by him, and they could have made a bracket run that you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like they got screwed over so much that this kid has done so much to so many people, and I don't know if like you're just in a position where it's like, dude, I need to be good. I got the scholarship for the high school or the college, and like I understand that point, but like I just don't get it. Like I understand to the point of like if you just really wanted to be good and you can't do it, but I just don't understand to cheat about it. Like, if you're not that good, take a break and try to work your ass off like everybody else has.
Especially because
Don't
if they're
cheat.
having him monitor cam it, turn it off for even if you lose, just turn it off. Like don't get fucking caught doing it. Like why would you still put your monitor cam on even though you know that you got those boxes around those players like that?
Yeah, and
Could you ima-
why would you have your VOD still back up too? Like, why wouldn't you delete your VOD? Because they obviously went back and deleted it, or they obviously went back and clipped it.
Like, could you imagine if like some like super like upcoming player was playing for a roster he's playing against, and if they win the game, he gets a spot, but he's cheating and he never gets a shot at going pro or winning more cash with the team, and it just
Yeah.
destroys his whole career.
Yeah, what is this guy gonna do when it comes to a point where he's gonna get on a LAN team or a LAN event? He gonna be a burger?
Yeah, no, I doubt that's gonna happen.
Well, no, not no more, obviously. But on to the next thing with LAN event. Clayster's teaming up with a new team. We saw that he actually got benched from the New York Subliners. I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys. What was your takes on that? What do you think it improved the team?
I thought it was a great choice.
I mean,
It was a phenomenal choice.
The progress is even if they were able to pick up Havoc and Kiz, that would have been even better. But I mean, Paul fucking taking his spot was pretty good.
They're undefeated in hard points. They went from being 0-13 in hard points. Now they're 4-13 now.
No, I think they're 6-0.
Yeah, but their last 3 matches they won both hard points. I mean, and they weren't really close hard points. They were like winning by like 100 points.
Yeah, we see a pretty dominant. They seem pretty dominant right now. Me personally, if I was to do even a tier list for teams right now, I would not still put them anywhere higher than any other team. I'd probably still have them in the D range. just because you don't know if this is just a honeymoon period and they're gonna fall back off. You can't physically put them up against like Boston and teams like that right now. I do think they are playing better than other teams in the bottom of the bracket, but me personally, I wouldn't be able to put them up there. I just think Paul X, the X Factor, they did a good change. It worked out, good for them. You get to see how they get to play on LAN. You got anything?
And it's not even because like Clayster wasn't by any means he wasn't like shit at the game, no nothing. What it seems to be is that it was just like whole communication and how the team was working out. Because Neptune was playing horrible. They put Paul X in. Neptune's going on 8 sprees and stuff. Hydra's popping off, going like 35-20. Same with Krim. I think it was just the whole connection thing.
New York was the best hardpoint team in Cold War, so you think that they'd be good at Vanguard, but no. I mean, obviously Clay was the problem, though. I mean, it's not necessarily like an individual thing; it's more of like how he blends with the team thing.
That's what I'm saying.
What happened with Fellow and
100%.
100%. The team. I think the team just needed a leadership change. I don't know if it's just Crim6 and Clayster doing the off and on. One's do this, do that, and the other one's pissed off. It was just like I don't know. probably puts a lot of stress on the two sub players. Obviously, Crim6 is able to take his shit. He's a grown man. He's been doing this for years. He knows what's up. And if he's gonna make the decision to get rid of Clayster and to pick up Paul X, then there had to have been a really good reason. It had to have been Clayster. I mean, I could have seen any change happen, and I think they would be better than what they were doing. But obviously, they made a good one. They made a good run with it.
Yeah, Krim was saying that half the team wanted to play a certain way, and then the other half wanted to play a different way. And it was like Clayster was trying to draw the line to where he wanted to play like I don't remember which way he said he wanted to play, but he wanted to play a totally different way than I think it was Krim and Neptune wanted to play, and he was trying to drag Hydra over to play a certain way, and that's what I think that was like. Either Clay's got to go or Krim's got to go, and Clay fell short. Yeah, he got booted.
And either way, I'm pretty sure they're going to be paying more for Crim6 anyway, so I highly doubt they're going to want to burn his contract before Clayster.
You can't have two big OG like egos like that on the same team on a roster nowadays. I mean, because they both think they're the best COD player to ever exist, so they're not going to listen. They're not going to really listen to one another how they did back in the day when
That's
they won
why
championships.
I see all these things about like how people are like, "Oh, yo, like, do you think a team with LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe, and Wilt would go undefeated?" Hell no, that
No.
team wouldn't go
They'd
undefeated.
probably win the championship, but they wouldn't go undefeated.
That team would get smoked during the fucking regular season. There's a reason why you got Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden on the same team and did absolutely nothing until James Harden left and did his own thing. Now Philly's popping off. Now Brooklyn's popping off. You can't have three of the biggest egos on the same team.
And sometimes it's just going to be like one change could make a big difference, and obviously Neptune at the time wasn't. But onto somebody who's off the team right now. We got Gunless stepping away. I guess he got tested positive for AIDS. I mean COVID-19.
I thought he had like stomach ulcers.
Something like that. But then he also tested positive for COVID. And Spark's gonna be taking his place on the roster. How do you think they're gonna perform under pressure now? Like, I feel like that would be horrible.
First round, second round exits. Like Gunless is such a big, huge part of the Gorillas team. Even though he's not leading in stats or KD or anything like that, he's still that he plays a certain role that he fulfills so nicely that they're able to do the upsets that they have been done, like that they've done in the past. But without him, I don't think they go really anywhere far in this major.
Yeah, hopefully Spark can step up to the plate. I mean, he played well the other day. I know they did lose their match, but we've heard the analysts and everybody say like he is that wild card for the team. Like even though what his position is, he is the key for that team to lock it in and take series. But yeah, it's just awful timing. Obviously, like you're coming into a major and then all of this happens, and now you start to feel like shit, and now you can't go. And it's like you're missing out on the opportunity, but it's also like you're screwing your team up in league points at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You don't have a chance to put placings on the board, and you might be able to fall short of champs just because of the couple losses that you weren't there for. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks. What do you got to say about that, Dylan? What do you think?
To be honest, it's not really like now. If it was more like an optic thing to where it's like Shotzi's not playing, then it's a big deal. But like Gunless is good for the team, but it's like I don't see the Gorillas going anywhere with that format anyway in this major.
I mean, with Gunless, they may be like third round. They might get like 8th or 9th, but without them, they'll probably get like 10th, 11th, maybe 12th.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be a first round exit. Somebody who I personally do not think will be a first round exit is Optic. Optic have been playing out of their minds lately. They're on a 13 win streak. They're 13-2. Haven't lost since their game 5
First
round
two
11s.
matches.
Yeah. So right now we have just now beaten FaZe's record for the longest winning streak without a loss, and we also have beaten their control record. So and we've beaten everybody's control record dominantly this year. Optic is just insane. What do you guys think they're going to place in this tournament? How much do you think their mental game is coming into this major to try and take it twice?
Back to back for sure. With a coach like Rambo, there's no way they're not going back to back because you've heard Rambo like speak on this stuff. Like he don't let them get too airheaded, too much of an ego like Optic really had last year with the team that they had. They would win a game like how they beat FaZe last year in Cold War thought they were the best team in the league, and then they just get blown out the water in the next game. Ramble's not going to deal with that. Ramble's going to make sure they're on their 100% A game every single game, no matter they win or lose. That's why I'm saying back to back.
Yeah, and 100%. Like their matches have been they've been on fire. Like we said, they've been frying. The team just seems like it's clicking well together. All of them are firing really good. We've seen like maybe 2 off maps. We haven't seen an off series yet. Obviously, you're going to start off slow sometimes, but hopefully they end off hot, like they always say. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see how they place in this tournament and how long they can run.
It's like most
Shotzi-
of these teams like completely flipped. Like when we were talking about New York, if you look at it, like New York and Thieves have like completely swapped
Places.
places. Like Thieves are
Yeah.
0-5 going into this major. Now, I mean, do Thieves need a roster change? Just like
Oh,
Subliners?
for sure. For sure, because everybody's saying that the coaches are the problem. The coaches are nowhere near the problem. They got their coaches are so decorated in the COD community. They're great coaches. It's just one of them's got to go.
Yeah.
At least one. But I also see going back to like the optic subject. I seen Shotzi tweeted something about how Desert Siege is now like their best S&D map, and I'm really hoping to see that in the major.
I'm thinking they're probably trolling around with it a little bit, just like they did with their Berlin. Obviously, they do look really strong on that, stuff like that. But what they're trying to do is tell people to pick it, basically. That's what it seems like to me. They want them to pick those maps. Because right now, Optic has the biggest map pool in the game. And I just think they're the most well-rounded team to come into this major and do the most damage, I would say. Obviously, there's teams that are going to be running up for them, like the Paris Legion, the NFAs. You're going to expect them to be, hopefully, grand finals appearance, because if we see Optic versus FaZe again, it's going to be sick. But they choke on fucking land against Optic every time. And one thing I did keep out of the topics, which I forgot to add, was Rustini came back into the league for a match for Atlanta FaZe against Optic. What'd you guys think of his performance? Because I thought it was pretty good. And he said that he hasn't touched the game in over 4 weeks, and the only thing he's played this year is ranked play. And he came on there and did a pretty damn well job.
Yeah,
Yeah, except for the
they
part where you
lost.
rotated the wrong hill. That was like
Yeah, that was
okay.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, for someone that hasn't really touched the game at all, I mean, he went on the flank too. I mean, after this, he's gonna be looking for another team. So I mean, Thieves maybe.
Oh, but definitely maybe the Thieves. I feel like that'd be a great spot for him. Just how he plays, how he got kind of like plays like Sempanabees. He's like aggressive, but like he's like a slow place of aggressiveness. He's either gonna run at you or he's gonna outplay you and peek around the corner and shit on you. I think the Thieves would be a great spot for him.
Yeah, because then they maybe bump Kenny into a main AR position. And I think if anybody's going to go, it'd be Octane. It's just stat-wise and all of that, and the team's just not clicking like that anymore. It sucks to see because Octane has been screwed over for the past 3 years
Yeah.
now. If this happens.
If Octane leaves, one place that I'd love to see him land is maybe LAG. I think he would be great on LAG.
Yeah, they definitely something needs a roster change, but LAG I think would be a good spot for Octane if he did get benched from the Thieves. Like I said, it would suck to see it happen. I hope he does turn up and they don't have to drop him, but if worst comes to worst, I think he's the option.
Could also be like a meta change too. Like how you saw in Cold War with all the guns. I mean, maybe a different meta weapon. Maybe it'll save a lot of teams. You'll see a lot of teams flip.
Like how Dashy would pull out the FFAR and Formal would pull out the QBZ sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were so many different meta changes in Cold War, but there's so much more variance to all these guns in Vanguard. It's so weird that we haven't seen a meta change yet.
I think it's because there's a lot of super OP guns, so like you can only really use the two that are G8.
But yeah, so like all of these teams that we're talking about, they're going to be competing in the Minnesota Rocker Home Series. If you guys didn't know, that is coming up this weekend.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. It's going to start tomorrow. And it also comes with the Challengers LAN, which I thought was really cool. First time we've seen it in the Call of Duty League. We saw it in the CWL, but what am I saying? 100 teams are going to be there. They're going to compete for the for the Challenger Cup there. It's going to be really cool. I know Doc has a roster in there. Obviously, we're going to see like Texas Nation with Kismet and all of them. Uh, I hope they stream it. I haven't got really any information on that. What you guys thought about them doing a Challengers Land? I thought that was really cool and something huge for the community.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it really gives like the young players or like even like the older players that want to make it pro a chance to see what it's like to play on the big stage, really regain and yeah, it'd be very like it'd be nice to watch.
Yeah, it's cool
Yeah,
because
it's
it gives the lower players spotlight, even though a lot of these guys on these teams are former pros, but a lot of these guys have never seen the big stage, and I mean, it kind of gives them the confidence to keep going with their career to get up to the big stage.
yeah. Hopefully, we can see some of these teams make a good run. Like I said, our team's in there. Trill's gonna be flying out there, so that we can get some pictures and shit from that. It's gonna be sick. Hopefully, they do live streaming. We don't know about anything like that though. They haven't said anything about live streaming. I hope they do, at least for like the top 10. But then again, we have the league matches going on. But yeah, it's a LAN event for the COD League, which is gonna be sick to watch, like I said. And then we get obviously the challengers, but hopefully we can see some good teams battle it out in there. I'm assuming they will stream it off the challengers site though.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like about it though is that they're playing on the days the pros are playing. I think they should have done it like maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That way, other people can watch them play. Like on their live channel, they'll get them more views,
I think it's
and that
more of
way,
they play earlier, so
Yeah, I think they're gonna play early in the
oh, they're
morning, or
playing like
like
early
12
in the
a.m.
morning.
yeah, they're playing super early, and then right after their games are done, it heads into the pro games.
Oh, okay,
So it's kind of like the prelims on like a UFC card in a way.
yeah, okay. I'm probably gonna watch that then.
Yeah, hopefully they do that. It'd be pretty fucking cool. Um, so yeah, with this major, this will be the first major to actually have a trophy. Well, not a trophy, so to say. Dylan, if you want to pull that up, I think it's pretty cool that what they did that though. I wish we could have had a trophy made for optics. It's unfortunate because we've seen so many teams without a trophy the past couple months
Yeah.
or past 2 years.
No, it would have been sick, like a glass Texas, like the state of Texas, like a glass piece with like writing in it and shit. That'd be a pretty fire trophy.
Yeah, hopefully they continue the trophies. It's kind of shitty that they're gonna make one for the big guys, but they should really make one for the
Challengers.
challengers. I mean, it doesn't take much to make a trophy. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
hard at all. But I'm gonna play this real quick. I mean, it is pretty sick. It's something different. It's not like
Yeah.
not like your usual trophy that you would normally get after winning like a fucking gymnastics type thing. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's big.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's
I
gonna
want
look
to
cool
see.
up on
I want to see
optics wall.
Scump. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to see Scump just grab them. They grab that bitch and just hold it like he's a barbarian up in the sky. That's what I want to see.
Throw that bitch like a flying saucer through the crowd.
Scump is a ginger, so barbarians were usually Scottish, stuff like that. So
You're being canceled.
what?
But yeah, first major to have a trophy. So before we do our major two, major two picks, we want to go back and let's see the recap of last week, so we know what we're dealing with before we do the picks and show everybody how the team's been performing.
Yeah, so we're not gonna obviously do every single one. We're gonna do the
Right.
ones that kind of stick out. First one that sticks out to me would be the LAG versus LA Thieves. Again, like we said before, that they're 0-5 in this major, right? I mean, they were doing good before. They were going like 4-1, 3-2, doing really good in the last major, but I don't know what happened. It's just they're 0-5, and especially when they're not facing the absolute top dogs every match, like they're facing like it's mixed. Like they've faced a couple good teams and a couple poverty teams, and They're just not getting the job done.
Oh yeah, LAG is gonna take this for sure. I just don't think the Thieves can handle the slaying ability of Asim
Oh
and
no, no, no.
Hook.
This is the recap. This is
Oh,
last week's games.
oh,
Mhm.
okay, oh yeah. Then they're gonna if they end up playing them again, they're gonna lose again. So.
Yeah, we saw him take it 3-2. It was a good series, but in my eyes, it's not a good series because the Thieves shouldn't be down here.
Oh yeah, no, they realistically should be a top 3-4 team in the league.
And then, so moving on from that, another game that stuck out to me was the Boston Breach Royal Ravens game. I thought it was going to be a little closer. I had Boston win 3-1. It was still a really good game, but London's hardpoint is just looking really good right now. And for the rookie standings, Gizmo's still at number 1, and you got Cap at number 2, and then you got Nasty at number 3. I mean, they got two in the top 3 for Rookie of the Year race.
Yeah, I had London's 3-1 last week. I mean, I knew the Breach like the Ravens HP is just unbelievable this year their hard point's great. They're the third best hard point team in the league underneath FaZe and Optic. I mean, they're the only two people that can really beat them is FaZe and Optic. So I just see them, doing the same thing they did last week, and bring it into the major, and finish top 3 probably again, top 2.
Yeah, 100%. I just Breach in general, like Aix was saying, they're really good at reaping the bottom, but once it comes to the top, it's just there's a wall there that they just
Yeah,
can't figure out how to beat. Like
they're
the
that mid
bottom
tier
teams,
team,
they're all free.
And
the
then,
solid mid tier team this year.
yeah. So then the next couple games that stuck out were both of the subliners games. They're just doing really well. They're not losing hard points. I mean, if you're winning 2 of the hard points, it's going to be hard to lose a series, and they've been showing that. They've been winning 3-1. I mean, they could fix the search and control a little bit, but I mean, as long as they're winning hard points, um, they're looking pretty good. They look like they can make a run. Uh, through at least the Elam bracket for sure. It's gonna be tough to do anything against FaZe or Optic, but I mean for sure they could. I see a top 4 finish for subliners.
Yeah, I do too. It's just honeymoon period. They're different. Everybody's worried about if they're gonna be really cracked or really shit, so it's gonna be hard to tell. If they come out hot, I think they could do some work. I don't think
I
they'd
mean,
be phased in the
I
beginning, but
think the honeymoon phase is a real thing. It's very good. They got that rolling for them, but they played the bottom tier hardpoint teams in the league, so we don't really know where they stand like specifically yet because they play. Rocker is a really weak hardpoint team. The Ultra really weak hardpoint team. Paris definitely like the worst hardpoint team in the league. Maybe like they faced up like 10, 11, 12 in hardpoint last week or like this past 3 wins. So who knows?
hmm
And then obviously you can't skip over the Optic versus FaZe. Obviously FaZe was missing Simp. Um, but I mean, Persini did do well. As we were talking about before, it's good to see Persini do well, especially not playing the game very much, and hopefully to see him come back. But it was pretty dominant fashion from Optic, even without Sim being there. I want to see them run it back because I want Optic to beat them at their best again.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just unfortunate. I feel like we would have ran through them either way. The way Optic was playing there, especially like how Scump was playing in that Gavudu is what you really would love to see. Um, but yeah, Atlanta FaZe, I don't know. I just think Optics on a different level from everybody this year. I think
Oh,
they're just the S tier team right now, and you got FaZe and A. Like they're just above everybody and everything.
oh, for sure. Like you can't really pick like coming into the major, like even like later on, like the qualifiers for Major 3. You can't if Optic plays FaZe or anybody else, you really can't pick FaZe over Optic because Optic's 3-0 against them. You can't say FaZe is gonna come back and win when they haven't beat them yet. It's just
Yeah,
I don't really see anybody beating them soon.
yeah, they're 0-3 with a reverse sweep, a best of 9 finals, and another regular season.
3-0.
I mean, hopefully we see some more. I mean, I'm thinking we're gonna see him round 2 again if FaZe beats Subliners and Optic beats Surge, which will most likely happen. We'll see it again, and we'll see him at full strength on LAN. See what happens.
hmm But I think that covers all of the review and what we've seen coming into the major. So now on to the major 2 tournament picks at the Minnesota Rocker LAN event.
All right, so
This is gonna
starting
be
out,
fun.
we got winners round 1. We got Optic versus Seattle Surge. Uh,
3-1 for sure.
3-0, 3-1 easily.
Surge will either sneak out maybe the first hard point or maybe the Surge, but that's really it. They're not going to be able to take 2 hard points and a control from them. I mean,
Yeah, I got a 3-1.
this is not a possibility.
They faced Surge like what 4 times now. It's been like a 3-1 every time. I think a 3-0
Yeah.
once. So yeah, I think it's safe to say a 3-1 Optic easily.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, I think if they're going to take anything, it'd be Search, and it'll be really hard to fight Optic and Search right now.
Yeah, and then moving on to Subliners versus FaZe. It's a toss-up because the way that they're playing right now, I think the Subliners could take both hard points, but it's going to be hard against
Nah.
FaZe.
I would say 3-0, 3-1. Maybe Subliners can take a hard point, maybe the Search, but I don't think they're going to be able to take more than one map on FaZe. Like, FaZe is the second best team in the league. Even though Optic is dominating FaZe is dominating everybody else also, you know?
Right. It's just the only thing is like Subliners do look good. I mean, it's
Yeah, but we
3
also haven't seen them play the best.
Yeah,
We've only seen them
look
play
good
the 2
against
worst teams.
Yeah, they look good against the bottom 3 teams in hardpoint. I mean, you can't really say that like they're a top 6 team right now. They're still like 10-9.
Yeah. So we got FaZe going 3-1, and then moving on to the second half of winners, we got Royal Ravens versus Mutineers. I think it's an easy 3.
Ravens 3-0
3-0.
for sure because the Mutineers, they're really good at like their hardpoint map is bow cage, and that's the Ravens auto veto. They're not going to be able to play that map, and then Berlin SND, that's not going to be a possibility against the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens, their search is super strong, and then them being the higher tier, they get to pick the control. That's going to be a 3-0 in my book for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to say the Mutineers would do good, but like you said, the map pool and the map veto is just gonna be it won't be in Mutineers' favor. Royal Ravens.
Oh,
All right, let me get this
definitely
next
not.
one.
Have a
Next
lot
to the
this
of-
first
next one.
3.
My boy Zinni got some poontang last night from his little dangalang. He in his bag right now. 3-0. Breach.
3-0, get him out of here. Later, LAG.
Mm-hmm.
3-0,
has
maybe
a
3-1
bag.
for sure. Breach for sure.
All right, so then moving on to elimination round 1, we got Surge versus Rocker. Obviously, it's Rocker's
Surge.
major. I'd love to see Rocker do something, but I got
Rocker's not gonna do it.
I got a 3-2 Surge.
I think it's gonna be a 3-1. 3-1
I can
for
see
sure.
it 3-2.
I just don't.
He's gonna
I just
suck
don't
watching
think
him
they'll
to
be able
leave
to snatch
first, though.
2 because
But
they're not
who
gonna be able
knows?
to. They're not gonna be able to take the control from Surge. They're not gonna take any respawn from Surge. So I doubt it's gonna be a 3-2 really.
I feel like it's just up to what Surge team we see. If we see how they've been playing, they haven't been playing too hot this last 3 weeks. They haven't played good since the fucking opening weekend, in my opinion. I don't even think they're that good of a team in my eyes. Obviously, you do see them pop off, like Pred and them, but I think accuracy
like-
is just the wrong IGL for them.
They're like the breach. They sweep over the people that are underneath them, and then they just hit a wall when they face higher tier players. Except for FaZe, they're undefeated against FaZe.
Yes,
So
but they can't touch us.
yeah, I mean, Seattle.
It's gonna suck to see them first round.
Seattle's looking all right, but yeah, it will suck to see Minnesota go in the first round in their in the tournament. As long as if
I think-
they could turn up and win both searches in a control, you could easily see a Minnesota 3-2.
Yeah, I honestly think they need to pick up a young gun. Like, just how that team is. Like, it's just based on it's Standy, Major, Attach, and Priesta. I mean, I don't think Attach does go. He's really the search mastermind in that team. I think either Priesta or Major has to go.
I don't know. I don't see really anything getting changed for that. I just think their roster just needs new life, come together more, and I don't know. It's just Rocker hasn't ever been a team that you really see dominating anybody. You haven't seen them for the past 3 years dominating anything.
Except for that nasty reverse sweep. And
Yeah, that
Major
nasty
shot.
reverse sweep was by Ultra. That was disgusting, but yeah, I don't know. Rocker, I think they have it in them. I easily think they have it in them, especially on LAN. But against the Surge, I don't know. Home court advantage though. You never know.
Yeah. So hopefully Rocker shows up. It'd be cool to see them take the surge down. But moving on to subliners for Thieves. Obviously these teams
Subliners for sure.
these teams kind of flipped around. I definitely would say subliners 3-1. I definitely could see the
Yeah.
Thieves taking the surge, but whoever gets I mean the
Just how
control,
they've been
whoever gets that
playing,
control is
man.
gonna win.
How the Thieves have been playing. They went from like known as the best hardpoint team, and then now they're getting 3-1 reverse sweep on. Just they're not playing really well at all.
It
Yeah,
really
and
just depends on who wins that control. If Thieves win that control, I feel like they win the game 3-2. If the Subliners win that control, they win the game 3-1.
see, I think subliners will take this match, obviously. Um, but I would really like to see LA Thieves make a nasty losers run so we could see that team not change. Because I really do want to see Optic stay on, or Octane stay on the team. Because I just feel like the chemistry is there, and we don't need to lose another good ass player to another Call of Duty title like we've been saying. Um, hopefully they can make a run. I really do. I don't want to see them first round subliners just because subliners have been through the mud for the past fucking 2 months. So I just feel like this major is the making breaking point. We'll see something change after it if they don't do good. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, from what it looks like, the Subliners are doing good, and I think they'll carry that into this, especially on land. Especially on land, I think they'll carry that momentum into this major and go pretty far with it. And then moving on to Mutineers versus Legion. I'm gonna pass this over to you guys. What do you guys think about this?
I think the Mutineers will take this 3-0, maybe 3-1. I mean, the slaying ability on the Mutineers is with Big Wake and Vivid. I think it's just gonna overwhelm them. I mean, they
I
might
don't
sneak
know.
out the search, but I don't think they'll get much more out of that.
I'm thinking 3-2 Paris Legion. I don't know. The last time they played on land, they looked disgusting. Like they were frying. But obviously you never know.
But Big Wake. Huh.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen and he puts temp up. Oh my fucking god.
You think that face is going out in the first fucking round, bitch? Hell
Oh,
no!
yeah.
3-0 Legion, bitch.
Hell no.
I think Legion take it. I
Big
honestly
Wake.
do.
Big Wake is easily a top runner for
Fuck Big Wake. You
MVP
got
this
Grinch
this
temp.
major.
This is flu game Grinch temp. That's 3-0
Okay.
all day. That's
Alright.
money.
I don't think 3-0. I think it'll be a 3-2, but I do think Paris Legion will win on land 100%. I think they're a better land team. But you never know.
Well, picks are
What's-
locked.
what-
Picks are locked the
Okay.
fuck in. Let's go down to Gorillas versus Ultra. That's a dub.
Gorillas 3-1.
Whoa, hold up. Why do
I
you
think
think
that's
that?
right.
Why do you think that?
The Ultra's hardcore is just dog shit. It's terrible. They're the worst. They went from last year being the best hardpoint team in the league. Maybe FaZe was, but now they're number 12. They're what? They've lost the past of their one out of their past fucking 15 hardpoints. I mean, they're not gonna be able to. Maybe a 3-0. They might be take the control, but I don't see them taking a search or a hardpoint over the Gorillas.
So the thing is, what I'm seeing is Gorillas are missing Gunless, arguably their best player.
Yeah, but
I feel
Ultra.
if Ultra gets both searches and can easily get if they get Gavudu control, it's over for Gorillas.
This is a coin toss, dude. This is the hardest match I think to pick.
Don't get me wrong. Gunless is, like I said earlier, is a major role player in this team, but he's not a slayer. Like he sits back. He plays around he's main AR. But Asim and Hook, that the SMG duo, I just think Cammy and Kleenex were very, very good players. Bance has been playing terrible. I just don't see the Ultra even winning when the girls have without Gunless. I mean, I just don't think there's a chance. I think the first round exits this major for sure.
I'll keep it Gorillas, but I think it's gonna be a lot harder for Gorillas to take them down without Gunless.
But it's also
Yeah.
a lot harder to take the Gorillas down without winning a hard point. Because the Gorilla, I think the search is really given to the Gorillas. The search, look at the past times they played each other. The Gorillas have just dominated.
Okay, so I got Gorillas 3-2. And then moving back up to the winners, we got FaZe versus Optic this time at full strength on land. They will have
3-1.
back. Um, I feel like it's gonna go the same way as it did before, kind of like how Optic starts out strong, the hard point. They start out super hot. FaZe comes back, wins the hard point, possibly takes a search, and then Optic
I don't
just
see two reverse
turns
sweeps
up.
happening like that.
Yeah, not against FaZe. I think Optic is gonna 3-1. Like how they've been playing, like their team chemistry, especially on search, is just outmatched by any other team. Like it's just way above and beyond anybody else. I think it's gonna be a 3-1. FaZe is not gonna be able to take the control from Optic. No shot they will. I mean, Optic's maybe gonna lose the first hard point, but they're gonna win the search and the control, and then the third hard point. I mean, they're not gonna lose two hard points against FaZe.
All right. In my opinion, I got Optic 3-2. I think it'll end up coming down to a close search. Unlike the 6-0 search that they had
I
last
mean,
time, I think it'll be a
the
close one.
the only way it's gonna be a 3-2 if Optic reverse sweep, and I don't see that happening.
And moving on from Optic FaZe, we got Royal Ravens versus Breach. We kind of just saw this match happen.
Yeah,
Royal
the
Ravens did.
Ravens.
It's probably gonna end up being a 3-1, 3-2.
3-0 breach. Zinni's in his poontang bag.
Nope.
I'm trolling.
3-1. Breach is gonna take the search.
Yeah, I could agree with 3-1.
I could see this match going either way though on the land. I don't know.
It just
Home court
depends on-
advantage for breach.
It just
I don't think
depends on
that
they
they're not gonna be
get
able to
the
take a
hard
respawn.
points, but it's
Yeah, they have
hard
to
against
they have to steal a respawn against Ravens. I don't see that happening. And if they do, it's probably still gonna be a 3-2.
Just wait, Alley Cat does wonders to that dude's pants.
All right, moving on to elimination round 2. We got Surge versus Subliners. I feel like this is gonna be a really good match.
A hard match.
I got Subliners 3-2.
I got Surge 3-1, man. I mean, Surge, no matter where Surge is at, they're still like, they're still a good hardpoint team. They're still really good at Surge. I don't see Subliners making it past the Surge.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
see Surge losing against the Subliners.
Either way, breach makes it to the next round, so it don't matter to me. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It just depends on how Surge feel. But if the fucking Subliners 3-1 Thieves, I damn well know they are gonna steamroll the Surge if they have that matchup. I think it'll be Subliners take that. I don't know. It's just Crim6, big old Crim worm. That guy's an OG, and if they start getting that momentum that they want, they'll roll through. I think they can make a whole Elam run. But
If they see a bow cage first hardpoint, I mean, yeah, maybe. Subliner's been looking really good at bow cage.
Yeah, I mean, I just think New York's super hot right now, and like not a lot of teams out of the top 5 is gonna stop them with this. I mean, going into the next major, I mean, maybe because they'll get figured out, but it's so hard when you got a new guy like this. We saw it in Modern Warfare with Awakening joining Mutineers, and then they won 2 straight back-to-back home series, and then fell off once he was figured out. I think Subliners are at the point right now to where they haven't figured out Paul X and the
I mean,
roster
but
to where they're gonna be hard to beat.
a lot of people, Paulix has played in the league before. I mean, a lot of people know how he plays because they played matches against him multiple times last year. I just don't think that's gonna be the same thing for the Subliners. I think
you gotta
the
stop
Surge
voting
beat 'em.
against the Subliners, Sean. You've seen this happen before.
I voted
gonna
against
run.
them once and then picked them for the second time, and I was right. But I just don't see them beat the Surge.
I'm gonna take your word. I'm gonna give it to Surge 3-2. So we got Surge going against Boston. So the next match is gonna
Boston.
be
Paris and Gorillas.
Next match is gonna be Paris and Gorillas.
Should be Mutineers.
You know, realistically, when you got a guy looking this fine as fuck like Donnie Temp, you're not gonna lose.
Yeah,
Paris
I
is
think
going through.
either way, if they play the Mutineers or Legion, the Gorillas are gonna lose this match. To be honest, without Gunless, I don't see them going anywhere further than winning the first round.
This is for you, Blends. Yeah, I
mean,
give Paris the win.
I mean,
Paris, maybe they beat Paris, but if they end up playing the Mutineers, there's no way they're gonna be making it past the second round.
You got Grinch limp, or you got Grinch lips across the stage. You aren't winning. You aren't winning.
that face is in your head all day. You can't get
Like-
that face out your head.
He just done robbed the Christmas tree from your whole entire family and stole your food for Christmas. Like
You're
you're
not
not.
doing
He's
shit.
living rent free. He's living rent free in your head. Donnie Temp for the win.
Exactly what it is. 3-0 Paris. On to the next.
But when you have the Rock, literally a rock, not the Rock, selling him, I don't know. Cuckoo! Or, ooh, ooh, ooh. The owl.
Oh,
Man
yeah,
himself.
dude, I'm looking forward to that match. Owl versus Grinch. Fuck yeah. Okay, so moving on to
How about Santa versus Grinch? You see our cities lately?
all right, top. We got winners final. We got Optic versus Ravens. It's gonna go the same way as it did last time. It's gonna be a toss-up for the hard points, but I mean, Optic's just gonna grab that control and possibly take those searches. I mean,
They're gonna bring him into a closet and do stuff to him.
3-1 Optic.
Oh yeah, I think that's for sure. That's what I
Either
had
3-1 or
written down.
3-0. They're here to make a statement.
Definitely gonna be a 3-1 going Optic.
It's so
way.
weird that the matches that we have right now are the exact same how they were for the major one. It's exactly the same.
Oh,
except for Breach.
I think it's gonna be damn near the exact same top 4, top 5. I mean, besides Ultra, because I don't think they're gonna be able to go on a run again without winning a hard point. I just don't see that happening against the teams they have to go through.
Yeah, and they haven't had good practice lately either because Bance has been out. He's been out for the past 2 weeks.
It looks like he's been out for the whole season.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. He altogether, I think it's almost been a month that he's been gone. Obviously not this month, but over the span of time this year. But yeah,
Yeah,
I just don't know how they'll play.
Optic for sure going securing a grand finals.
Yeah, we're gonna see him on the Sunday. We're gonna bring them Sunday white jerseys back.
And then
Gotta see it.
obviously we got Optic in the grand finals. Moving on to elimination round 3, we got 2 more matches in the elimination rounds to get to 3 more matches to get to elimination finals. We got Breach versus CM Surge. Good match.
I think the Breach will take this one.
I see the Breach.
Zinni's in his bag.
3-2. Zinni's definitely in that.
I think they're gonna 3-1 them.
He's in his.
I think
And he's
fucking
gonna
bag.
go get some.
How the
get some
Breach have been
shit.
playing? How the Breach have been playing? I think they snatched the hard
It's not
points
the
away from
breach.
Surge.
It's been the Zin. It's
Well,
he
it's
is
been the
bringing
narrow.
Zin City to Minnesota.
It's been the narrow recently.
Zin City's about to turn the fuck up, and he's he's finer than
I
his
mean,
bitch.
yeah. If it goes to if Breach and Surge go to the game 5, I don't see Surge taking out the Breach and S&D. I mean, their
Nah,
S&D is
especially if
just
you
way
got-
too strong.
Fucking the notorious big ass cap. Like, if he's doing his movement, you know he's moving like that because he can't move like that in real life. That dude is Brian on them fingers, especially chicken fingers. But yeah, Breach can take that match.
Well, you're not going to get him on the podcast, so that's tough.
Cap, I'm sorry, it's all jokes. So we got Breach.
Yeah, so is you being skinny, big ass.
We got
True,
three.
true.
We got Breach 3-2. Moving on, we got FaZe versus Legion. I think we all know how this is gonna
Yeah,
go.
it's going to be a 3-0 phase.
It's gonna
I mean,
be-
No,
It's
fucking
3-0
Legion. What are you guys talking about? That
yeah,
season.
3-0 Legion.
It's.
Wait, are you guys serious?
Do you actually see this face? Like, look at the way that, like, his mustache curls, and how his nose, the nose rings, and then the glasses, how they extend out to his ear. Like, come on, you're not fucking this guy up. This guy's got Gunny on land. Land.
Are we actually gonna put? Are we actually gonna have these guys beating FaZe? I
No,
can see it.
no way.
You know
No
what? You
fucking
know what?
shot.
I think I might just give FaZe the benefit of the doubt in a round 11.
Of the-
1v1.
Of the doll.
FaZe 3-2 round 11. They got lucky.
Yes. Yeah, they got lucky. Donnie
got-
Pemp stuff his fucking toe on the desk.
they'll get away with this one, but the next one, Legion's going all the way.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they win the major.
That's what I'm saying. So then we got FaZe versus Breach. Easy money for FaZe, I feel. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Yeah.
Now for this next match, though, I
it's
have
gonna be
the
hard.
Ravens beating FaZe going to the finals.
I can
I
see
think
it.
it's gonna be an Optic Ravens final.
Yeah, and we're gonna put him back in the
FaZe-
closet.
FaZe just hasn't been looking like the FaZe. Even when they had they didn't have Simp last game. Like even throughout the whole major, they haven't looked the same. I think the Ravens are gonna be able to pick out their weak spots and be able to beat them 3-1. I think they'll 3-1 phase.
I could definitely see that, especially like an upset's
It's an
definitely needed.
upset.
I mean, it's not going to be. I don't want to see the same exact bracket as last time, to where it's like literally the exact same
I
thing.
mean, if we could pound them again, though, if FaZe went to the finals against Optic and we pounded them out again, I'm cool with it. But yeah, it is cool to see something different. We could smoke some Brits, put them in the Loudback with that Pine Park. Yeah, bring them to the finals. Screw it.
All right, so in the grand finals, we got Optic versus Royal Ravens. This is gonna be a good match because there's gonna be so much respawn. So I feel like these
Yeah.
respawns between Optic and Ravens are literally like neck and neck, to where it's
I
like,
think I, I think it's gonna be a 5-2, just like last major. 5-2, maybe 5-3. I think the Ravens will be able to sneak out a search and a hard point, but I don't see them getting a control, getting 3 hard points, getting another I just don't see them getting anywhere near four maps, maybe 2 or 3. But
I got
that's about
Optic
it.
5-3 because I feel like those hard points. I mean, Royal Ravens could easily win every hard point.
Oh yeah,
But Optic could easily win every hard point. It's such a 50-50 to where, yeah, I don't know. Like, I could easily see an upset here at Royal Ravens end up
yeah.
winning,
But
but
what's
I think the
they
safest
have, they
bet is
also have to
definitely
snake a
Optic.
control. The Ravens got to sneak a control. I don't see that happening at all. I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
Optic loses
both
this.
of Optic's controls are too dirty, especially Tuscan. You know that, and they can't even. You can
Yeah,
literally
I
veto
mean,
one single map.
Optic's gonna probably end up vetoing Bocage again. Maybe Gavudu because the Ravens are pretty strong on Gavudu, but
Well,
Optic has been
Ravens are
looking
gonna ban
great on
Gavudu,
Gavudu.
or Ravens are gonna ban their own Bocage. I mean,
The Ravens, yeah, I mean,
Well,
maybe
remember,
Optic tells them on
it's a
Bocage
best of
because
nine, and
that's the auto veto for fucking.
there's only like 4 hardpoint maps. They're gonna have to
Yeah,
play all
because
these maps.
Optic only
yeah,
the winner the how it works the person that goes from winners finals to the championship they get to veto one map out, and how
yeah,
they got rid of Bocage for the whole series. I don't think they're gonna do that again with Bocage, to be honest, because that's the Ravens auto veto, and
yeah. But
Optic's pretty good at Bocage.
I just,
I see them vetoing like maybe Gavudu.
I just think they're gonna play like their smartest maps here. Well, they only could veto one as long as they go through the winners, and either they're gonna. I don't know if they want to veto a Bocage though. Like honestly,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
good
what I'm
map for
saying.
them, but I think Optic wants to veto like something more
Berlin,
important than Bocage.
maybe like
I mean, their
Berlin.
Bocage is becoming really strong though. Like they
The
said that that's
Ravens,
probably
yeah,
really, really, really good.
the Ravens are really good at Berlin. Maybe they just get rid of Berlin, say fuck the Berlin SND. They're really great at it. Maybe they don't want to take a chance at the hard point and just veto Berlin.
But either way, I see Optic taking this.
Yeah, I got him at
Donnie Tempest is
5-3.
gonna scrap with somebody in the lobby way 100%. He's the gang.
He's gonna
He's
Will
out there.
Smith slap the living shit out of somebody in the crowd. I feel it. I'm getting Black Air Force.
He's gonna spit on somebody's face.
He's
But
just that guy.
Don't you wanna send this one?
Yeah. So I mean, with the grand finals, obviously we got Optic going back to back. It'll be like you said, good to see that shield up in Hex's office. It's obviously gonna happen. Um, yeah, it's looking really good for Optic, and hopefully this major does turn out to the way we have it going, because I kind of want to win some money, so I'm saving this. Um, but yeah, do you guys have anything else?
Um, #1 EgoChall podcast on YouTube. We're banging out views. And Dylan are well-built characters. No, nothing other than that. You could take it away. Hey, hold on. Gotta thank Goat for coming onto the podcast. Like I said, 20-time world champion, best Call of Duty sniper. Sorry, Dashy. Shine, if you got anything else to say, closing it out.
I mean that's 100% correct. You see me with a sniper on Tuscan, don't tell me long. If I see you in league play, your fucking head's getting sniped off. Dropping a 20 bomb. I mean, but and other than that I'm gonna get first place in the pick'ems. We'll win the grand. That's about it, though.
Yeah, so I mean, let us know in the comments if you want to see more Goat hopping on some more episodes every now and then. whatever you guys want. I mean, if we see a lot of good feedback, we'll have his ass hop on here more
Wants to get
often.
naked? We got you.
And then as for the channel growth, we're obviously growing a lot. Just hit 100 subs. We're at like 125 now, I think, in the past couple days. It's increasing, and then obviously, when's the mid season after major 3,
After this
right?
major.
After this major.
Uh-huh.
Hey, stay on the lookout for some fun videos when we don't have much to do. We said it last episode. Stay on the lookout. We're gonna have a bunch of fun videos coming out. Not necessarily having to be podcast episodes, but more YouTube
And maybe
videos while we're waiting.
throwing some Warzone, some League play. You know, maybe a
Just
little bit of golf with friends.
keep keep your keep your eyes peeled for a bunch of fun videos. Turn on
Oh
post
yeah, and Hex
notifications.
is coming on too.
Yeah, turn on post notifications, throw a sub, throw a like, comment if you like the video, if you disagree or agree with any of our picks. And then for episode 6, I think that'll be about it.
Okay, brush your hair, we out of here.
Later, motherfuckers.
Goofy talking tough, we X them out the picture. I went shot right straight to Dallas, and I'm locked in with the killers. I smoking dead outside mixing with gorilla. Dead nigga disrespect me, I might smack him with the blicker. We got glitches, we got drakes, we got K's. Dead nigga running hell, I'ma send him to his grave. I beat a fucking label off a million and the game. 53rd till I die.